You know, you'd think after climbing for 20 years, I would have an answer to why I like climbing. Ice climbing especially is wild because there's an element of knowing you're not supposed to be there. Like, you're not supposed to do that. Humans shouldn't be clawing their way up frozen ice floes, yet here we are. My name is Maureen Beck. I go by Mo. I went to a really, really cool Girl Scout camp, and they had real rocks to climb. It wasn't like a plywood janky setup. And I just remember my counselor saying like, hey, like, you can sit this one out. It's gotta be really hard with one hand. And the idea that this lady wasn't even gonna let me try, or thought I wouldn't even try. 12-year-old me didn't take it well. Something about climbing stuck with me. I think the coolest thing about ice climbing, it's adaptive for everybody. And it just screwed right on, and it looked so cool. Just like, but it was terrible. Like, everyone needs crampons and tools. Like, everybody needs special equipment. No one can just climb it in their own body. The reason that rock climbing can suck for me is unique, where the reason that ice climbing can suck for people, we share that.
Petzl laser screws, so easy, even a disabled person can do it. Even a one-armed girl can place them. So I feel like ice climbing is all about like rules and form. I definitely break a lot of the rules the way I climb. So first tool in, I pull up as high as I can, and then I put my stuff here in second position. And then I'll get my next tool in, hopefully higher than this. And then I'll just kind of come over, second position. Just kind of keep moving in this pattern. The problem, as you see here, is I keep trending right. So eventually, I'll have to do a weird ninja thing and climb back left, kick, kick. And then, depending where the line goes, maybe even do that again if it's possible. So with a traditional tool, the second position is pretty shallow, it's pretty narrow. So sometimes I can't get my stump comfortably behind there, and like that actually kind of hurts, it's like digging in. So sometimes with a regular tool, I do like a really sketchy match like this, and it's super sketchy. Whereas these custom handles have a second position pommel that's both deeper and wider. Downside is it does hit the ice a lot, especially at a lower angle. But the platform, because my arm is just so big and comfy, and it helps lateral stability too, having it just so big. So I think our next version will be a little shorter so I get better clearance. But dude, proof of concept, these are rad. I feel like for an able-bodied person, for every 4 swings they do, I might have to do 6 to cover the same amount of ground. So it's exhausting, but I love that it's just my body and the tools. There's no prosthetic, there's no science. I love that I can give these tools to anybody, even though they're a little custom, anybody can use them, whereas no one else can use my prosthetic. So I just think it's cool how accessible that makes it. That's how I ice climb.
Ice climbing is super special to me because that's how I found the adaptive community.
I'm Mo. Welcome to the Bozeman Ice Fest Adaptive Clinic Part 1. So this is my 3rd Bozeman Ice Fest Adaptive Clinic that I've been working on. It's been really fun to see it grow and change. Right hand just up and to the right of that one. Yep. Left. Team Very Proud Mom.
And actually, until I started ice climbing and found the Gimpy Ice Crew, I didn't say I had a disability. Like, I wouldn't check that box on forms that I had disability. To me, having disability was something negative, and I wasn't negative, I wasn't disabled, like there's nothing wrong with me. I was different, but I wasn't wrong.
Trevor's like, my butt doesn't get cold. I was like, I don't have a butt, mine's definitely gonna get cold.
One of the reasons I like leading these clinics, even though I'm not the world's best adaptive ice climber, is I think there's something powerful about learning from someone who's like you. And obviously we're all different in our disabilities, but we share that thread. And I think you're more likely to follow through and keep at it when you have the likeness around you.
Yeah, step, however many times you want to walk up, yeah.
I'm gonna walk on ice.
So you want to go all the way through the elbow, a little bit of your shoulder, and really just get some power in there.
Mo is known as the chief bullying officer in our circles. We can always count on her for a little bit of high quality peer pressure. She pressured me into coming out and getting on some ice at the Bozeman Ice Festival, and it's stuck. I just keep coming back. we have the unique ability to understand that everyone has like very different struggles. Whatever worries and concerns and fears they have, oftentimes those are mental and not necessarily physically based challenges. They just think that they are.
How are you, Kale? Kick those feet.
We have Jono, who leads the adaptive climbing programs out of Mesa Rim in San Diego. He's just like me. He's a ringleader, he's a wrangler, he's a gatherer of gimps.
I climb with Jono because he has a handicap parking placard.
He's lost his leg a while ago, and he's talking with Kale, who lost her leg like, what, 8 months before Bozeman? She's so fresh. And he's like, oh, here's not only how I climb, but here's how I live my life. Having those voices behind me helped so much when I was new and learning and trying new things.
Nice, Grace.
I thought I was the only disabled climber until I was 20. Like, that's wild to me. It was before the internet, right? Remember, I quit because my equipment was terrible. So I feel like in the time I've been climbing, I can take what I've learned and see someone like Grace and be like, hey Grace, you can skip a decade of this trial and error. I've watched people's with disabilities' life change on the wall in these clinics. To be out there, they've already made that choice to push past whatever has gone wrong in their life.
Like a cold badass in all the right ways.
Like, I was always a climber, but I kind of gained a second identity as someone with a disability when I started ice climbing and when I met this crew.
We are in Highlight Canyon. I have no idea what climb we're on. The fat one? I don't like to fat shame ice, so the thick one maybe?
It gave me ownership of this identity I hadn't recognized before. Like you can be disabled and there's still nothing wrong with you. I like to tell people, I hope in 15 years, like, I wouldn't have a job doing this anymore, not because I'm not cool, I'll still be cool, but, but because people with disabilities would just take normal clinics. And there's no such thing as accessibility anymore because everyone feels welcomed in every space.